So the natural city. First, I want to put some things into perspective. 4.54 billion years ago, the Earth was formed. But only 200,000 years ago, the modern human actually evolved. And this is where we really started to organize our civilization 10,000 years ago. What I'm trying to show you is that we are not even a dot in the big book of the history of the Earth. So I don't think we should make us more important than we are. We are absolutely nothing. We have no influence whatsoever on the history of the Earth, and we will have not much of an influence on the future of the Earth. I don't think we should save the Earth, because the Earth doesn't need us to save it. But what we do need to do is we need to keep this Earth in a certain condition so human life can remain. Is this what we want? Is this a living environment where we want our children to grow up? Is this a living environment where we want to live? Is this a living environment where we can do what we want, where we can live a healthy life? I don't think so. We are not apart from nature, but we are part of nature. So it's one integrated system, so we don't have to save nature. We think of cities as not being natural. But on the other end, as a human species, we have been moving to cities ever since we started developing. That's what the other speakers already told us. Is this a natural city, for instance? This is an artist who made a picture of New York. I think this is very inspiring, because here we can see the confrontation of building and city, of building and nature. And this is maybe, I don't know, but maybe this is a representation of something that could look like a more natural city. The basic thing is that we have to think about what we need in our cities and how can we provide for ourselves in these cities. How do we imagine this new city and how do we start? So a poll is not a prediction of the future, but it's actually also shaping the future. So we should shift our way of thinking to not predicting a probable future, but to designing a desirable future, which is a very different way of thinking. And the future does not bring us anything. We bring the future. It is not that the future is some sort of force what is out there and is coming to us and all of a sudden it's there and we have it. No. But the thing is that people who try to imagine a future more or less always show a dystopian future. And it's like we are not capable of thinking about a utopian future. Maybe we're scared of it. I don't think we should be scared of that, because we don't need to go here. We can have this utopian future. We just need to design it. We need to work on it. If you predict something, you might set in motion something that will actually make it true. Well, I think it's very important to know that utopia is not something to be built. Utopia is something to inspire. So what we need to do is we need to put the dot on the horizon, this utopia, and tell ourselves that this is the inspiration where we might want to go. This is somewhere that could be steering us. But utopia changes. Every day we learn something, and then we change our utopian vision of the future, of the natural city. And then we change our direction. We're not going to build a new world by creating paywalls and by creating intellectual property. So it's about preparing the natural city. It's about preparing a platform, a framework in which we can start building a new way, a new vision. Thank you.